What's good, everyone? This is your boy DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, giving you that raw content that you deservedly need. And sorry for being late. Had to deal with a situation, but thank you all who are joining. And today's topic is about LaMelo Ball. Was him signing with Puma a good thing? Was it a strategic move by LaMelo Ball? We know that Puma gave LaMelo the bag. We get all that. We know Nike was an option as well as Adidas, but it didn't happen. So, for everyone in the comment section, do you think this is a good move by Puma? Brother Rev, I want to ask you, since LaMelo signed with Puma, did it become beneficial or is it lacking right now in promotion?
Hell no. To the no. Hell nah, man. They got a superstar over there, DJ. They got a fully blown superstar, and the only advertisements you see are a month apart on Instagram. Trash, man. Like trash. I don't understand their plan. I don't understand their rollout. It sounds like I'm talking about the Charlotte Hornets. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand the plan. I don't understand their rollout. I don't understand why the man ain't already got a signature shoe. You're lucky to even have him. He's already had his own signature shoe. It makes no sense. Like you can barely find any merch on the kid. Man, I would have rather them stay with BBB, man. Just to be real with you. If this was how I was gonna go, I would have rather him stay with BBB. Because the way he's playing right now, man, I can only imagine how the merch will be flying off the shelves. I understand that he got the bag up front, but getting the bag up front is not always the way to go. And he's a grown man, so the brother does what he wants to do. And I'm just, I'm laying my opinion on it. But, man, I really wish he would have stayed with BBB, especially seeing how everything is turning out right now. What about you, though, DJ?
Yeah, LaMelo Ball should stay with BBB probably, most likely. I know he got the money, and those that are in the chat, some are going to disagree with me. But if they're not pushing out your own shoe, why sign with them? And shout out to Ball Facts. He's in the building. Y'all know what it is. And Ball Facts, if you want to join the chat, the panel, I'm going to send you the link, brother, because I know you would cook on this topic. Why sign with any other company if they're not trying to put you as the face? LaMelo Ball as a rookie so far is leading all rookies in stats. So wouldn't that cause to think and recuperate and say, hey, LaMelo Ball is growing, LaMelo Ball is taking off. Why can't we just up the? They're not even making jackets. They're not making pants, anything apparel with LaMelo Ball. They're not doing none of that shit. It's the weirdest thing. If LaMelo was with somebody else, if he was with Nike or anybody else, he would at least have his own clothing brand. I know LaMelo Ball has the 1-of-1 thing, but that's more of his own thing. That's not with Puma. So right now, Puma is fumbling the bag, and it's really sad right now, man. I mean, I'm waiting for Puma to send a hoodie or some shit. They're not doing anything. So I'm second guessing. Is that really it? Is the money the ultimate goal, or is it to expand on your brand? That's the question, my brother.
I think they threw him that bag to kill Triple B, man. That's what I think. Y'all can call me the resident conspiracy theorist or whatever. I feel like they did it to, you know what I'm saying, kill Triple B. And the marketing so far, the rollout so far is a travesty. Look, you can hire a young kid in high school or a kid in college to run Melo's own Puma brand Instagram. Like they're just missing out on so much they could be doing, bro. It's so much they could be doing. Daily updates, you know what I'm saying? Daily challenges, all kind of stuff they could be doing. Like, but the problem is the same thing with old media. These old heads, like they just refuse to accept that there's a new way of doing things. Trying to market and promote Melo in a traditional way is counterproductive to his brand. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these young kids coming up, like Mikey, when Mikey come out, they don't need to be trying to promote Mikey the same way they promoted Kyrie 10 years ago or Bron 20 years ago. Like they got to step their Instagram presence up. They got to step their merch up. I saw somebody say that he has a mask. Yo, I got a homeboy that make masks in 2 days down the street, bro. Like a mask, come on, man. You kidding me, bro? Like this man should have some shoes. Every game I watch, I see him out here in these goddamn Arthur Green tennis shoes. These damn low top golf shoes, as Roy Lee would say, all y'all boys from Texas, Incredible Hulk shoes. I'm scared that Melo is gonna twist his ankle because the shoes look like they're not even made for basketball for real. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's obligated to wear them because of the brand, but it don't look like there's no ankle support in them shoes. Like Venus and Serena supposed to be playing in them shoes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't understand the plan, what they're doing. I don't understand the marketing. I remember when they first came out, they had the Melo 101. Looks like some 13-year-old has shot that in the YMCA. You know what I mean? But I was like, okay, well, maybe they going for nostalgia, or maybe they going for a certain vibe. I was like, all right, this is cool. And then after that, we didn't see much else. They just kept dropping, little clips of him doing alien shots and shit. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So when he came to the Hornets, I was like, yo, sure enough, they got a deal worked out with this man gonna get one since his brand is one. No. Which shows you the power of Puma, which is none. No. I don't know, man. But the deeper question is Roc Nation doing a good job managing Melo or representing Melo, not managing, because Jermaine Jackson's the manager. But are they doing a great job representing Melo as far as agents? With everything that's going on with the team, fans can't find his jersey on NBA.com. Fans are having to go to third-party sources to try to get his jersey. There are no shoes out. The boy can't get no playing time. Like, what are they doing to make that 5.6 million followers on Instagram double to 11 or 12 before the end of the season? Like, what is Roc Nation doing? Are they doing their job, DJ? Are you happy with what you've seen from them?
I'm disappointed in Roc Nation. Roc Nation has done some early promoting, included the Ball family in posters, photoshops, photo shoots, you name it. But besides that, LaMelo Ball's doing everything on his own. Training with Jermaine Jackson, that's all on his own. Perfecting his game, that's on his own. So Roc Nation is not really doing anything. They were supposed to help get Jello in the NBA. That hasn't happened. Now, some of you will say Jello hasn't earned it. I get it. Or he's not ready yet. But I think Roc Nation was selling the family a bill of goods. This is just my opinion on it. I think they were telling them, hey, I could get LiAngelo a tryout, and you never know what happens. He may make the team. Stuff like that. So I don't think they did enough for LaMelo Ball. When you have a kid who's very popular, they got 5 million followers on Instagram. When you have someone that's so popular, you're supposed to open the budget. It's more than just giving them a private jet and a lot of dough. You got to market the brother. You got to make him the face of the young generation. In a couple of years from now, LeBron James will retire. The NBA is looking for young brothers who could take the mantle of that. They're wasting time. You can't just LaMelo. You can't treat LaMelo like a regular rookie. He's not a regular rookie. He had a unique journey. His path was way different than other 2020 draft class prospects. So you can't treat him the same. So I don't want to hear about a process of, oh, he has to be in his third year to get a sneaker.
I swear, y'all stay talking about a motherfucking process. Go ahead, DJ.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you said that, brother. You're Puma. You're not Nike. You're not Adidas. You're coming up. So you don't need to be doing any type of process, anything. What they need to do is do different methods that's above the norm. So giving LaMelo Ball a signature shoe while his name is hot is a smart thing. Yeah, of course, older players who's on the Puma roster will get jealous. That's just the name of the game. But if they want to leave, they can leave. LaMelo will make up all that is lost. This is the problem with shoe companies and agents and so forth. They're so emotional. They're overthinking at times. They're like this. Well, if I do this for this player, how is this player going to react?
Yeah, sound like a raggedy ass team we know, don't it, DJ?
Oh, yeah, it sounds like the damn Hornets. That's what it sounds like. I mean, the brother LaMelo Ball just can't win for some reason. He's balling out right now, and he's not getting his just due.
Yeah, it's a messed up situation. It's a messed up situation. I want to respond to some of the conversation in the chat. What's going on, Shooter King? What's up, Mr. Jones? You know, shout out to the whole gang. Shout out to Hoop Jargon. I saw you pulled up. Ball Facts, I don't know you like that, but your content cool. What's cracking with you, homie? All right, so back to it. Some people are saying, like, well, you know, it takes a while to develop a shoe. Some of y'all might be younger, but me and DJ was talking about this the other day in Hoop Jargon. We come from the day where kids was coming out of high school and in the first game on the court, they had their own signature shoe. It's been a pandemic, man. The NBA didn't start on time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've had time. They've been coaxing Melo all the way since Australia. Corey Homicide Williams, almost 2 years ago now, or a year and a half ago now. James Wiseman is trash, bro. I'm sorry. I'm watching this game, bro. I'm almost ready to call this boy trash. My bad. I'm getting sidetracked. Y'all know the Lakers on. But yeah, Corey Homicide Williams, you know what I mean? He came out and broke the story about shoe company offering a Melo Ball $100 million and a private jet. That was damn near 2 years ago, man. So like y'all, you know what I mean? It's always an excuse for the system and why the system is trash. Like, that's ridiculous, bro. Like, when you're dealing with a superstar like Melo, and we don't even have to talk about NBA superstar. He's a superstar as far as young, up and coming people in entertainment. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you should have a prototype ready for this man. You should have a rollout ready for this man. Like this isn't a guy that's not coming to the table with his own product. He's already had his own shoe. Somebody else said, I think it was Rap G Reloaded. Somebody else said that Jay-Z has nothing to do with what goes on at Puma. He's the president of operation at Puma now. So not only are you representing the guy as, you know, your company is his agency, but you also represent him as Puma, and you're the president of operation. This is a shit job, bro. Everything in a process. I'm telling you, a lot of this is just old ass marketing techniques. It don't cost no money to throw together, you know what I'm saying, an Instagram story. And that don't cost no money, man. Them little raggedy ass clips that they did in Boston, bro, I'm telling you, ask your average teenager. They can do them raggedy ass clips, bro. They can do them same raggedy ass clips on their cell phones. I've seen them do it before.
Brother Rev, like that one clip he did. He shot a shot. He turned around. I'm not from here. 101. I mean, come on. That was a piece of bull. I'm like, that's a commercial.
I mean, come on. Like they not reinventing the wheel, bro. Any of you that's in music, any of you that's into YouTube or video editing, y'all know the average teenager know how to do video editing, man. And it just looks like everyone is taking this wait and see approach with LaMelo. The NBA is taking a wait and see approach. Charlotte Hornets are taking a wait and see approach. Puma's taking a wait and see approach. But if I was Melo and Jermaine, I'd tax their ass for that. Okay, so you don't really believe in me? Y'all better ask about LeBron James and Reebok, what he did to Reebok. You remember that, DJ?
Yeah, I remember that, man.
Yeah. Initially, Reebok thought they was gonna get the bag. Yeah. Look, brothers got to start using their likeness as equity. So I see Ball Facts done pulled up, bro.
Oh boy, he about to cook now. Oh boy. What's good, Ball Facts?
What's the word, family? Go ahead, finish your thought, brother.
Nah. I was finished with it. The floor is yours, bro.
All right, yeah. I missed a little bit trying to get into the conversation, but what I want to say is we all know everything is timing. Just like the stock market, you buy when things are low and you sell when they're high. Everything is timing. So right now, when LaMelo Ball is super hot coming into the draft, number 3, number 1 in all the statistical categories, and Puma's not doing anything, usually money is the most important thing to people. So we have to question, we can't just say everything's conspiracy theory. No, there is a reason why Puma is not striking while the iron is hot. Now we can debate about what those things are. And I've said for a long time on my channel, and I started out with this message about Big Baller Brand and what it means for big businesses out here that have monopolies. It was something that put fear in their hearts. Fear in their hearts. Big Baller Brand had not only the notoriety, but they had the athletes to back it up. And see, I get why LaMelo Ball, he's the wild card for the family. So LiAngelo got all this stuff going on. People underestimate him. Lonzo is one day the hottest player out, the next day triple single. So LaMelo is like the last hoorah for the Ball family. And he's thinking like, let me get this bag before I even get in the NBA. I get all those things. But now that you're with another company, you've lost control, you lost ownership. These are things that are so valuable that you can't even put a number on. So they say $100 million. That's the mind of people that don't know anything about ownership. People laugh at $100 million when they think about ownership, because ownership can be passed through generations. And when that $100 million is just one time. Now, I personally wanted LaMelo to stay with Big Baller Brand because it was never the brand. It's always the athlete. No matter if it's the quality, when the athlete does great, the stock goes up. And now you can repair everything you need to. You can get the crooks out. You can make sure the paperwork is right. You can make sure you go and steal a couple guys from Nike here or there. Quality, you can pump it up. You can have it established. And you could have ran up $100 million faster than you could ever think. Because I'm telling you, you missed out on millions of dollars so far just the first month of him being in the NBA. From the draft night, if he was with Big Baller Brand, it had the only exclusive official LaMelo Ball merch, and it was fire. They had the design on point. You know, it wasn't like back in the day where LaMelo was young and he didn't want to pick out what he wanted. He didn't know what he wanted. No, you bring in the right guys, you get it all together, and man, what you could have sold so far just off of the genius that LaVar has, like the "I told you so" shirts, but a twist on it for just LaMelo. You come up with your own phrase, and we're going to do it in the Charlotte colors, and we're going to get it right. They could have made so much money already going forward. I don't like the fact, like, he got the money. So someone would say, it doesn't matter if they're putting any merch out. He got the money. It's not based off the sales. He doesn't have a percentage. Well, we also know that clout, notoriety, that's also valuable as well. So when we should be seeing LaMelo Ball on billboards with Puma on it and we don't, we have to ask why. He could be their cash cow. They don't have a bigger celebrity in the sports area that could draw the numbers that he's drawing. So what in the world is making Puma not go for this money? And a lot of times back in the day, they used to have record labels where they would grab all these artists and put them on the shelf. And they would be great artists, but they say, we already put our money into these 3 people. So we're just taking the competition out the way. I'm not saying that that's happening, but I'm saying we have to look at it and
Facts.
ask, is it happening? Why is this happening? Questions are always healthy. It's not good just to say everybody's crazy, everything's a conspiracy. No, why is something that's anomaly happening with this person? And it's not that it's just a person out of the blue, the last name Ball. We see these things happen over again. And I like what you guys say, new media, because right now we're seeing more than ever. If you disagree with them, you can be canceled, you can be shut down, and the truth will be silenced on all these other platforms.
That boy good. That boy good.
That boy Ball Fact coming in with the bombs, man.
Yes, man. Ball facts is speaking the truth, man. That's why it's so important to create your own lane, man. When LaVar says stay in your lane, he doesn't mean like it's a diss. It's just the truth that he's going to be in his own lane. So you should be on yours as well. And that's what BBB is all about. And that's why I never hated on the family starting their own brand, keeping it within the family. Now, I gave LaMelo props for getting $100 million deal with Puma. But I took a wait and see approach. I wanted to see if Puma was going to do right by LaMelo. Right now, they're fumbling the bag. There's no promotion for him. And I'm thinking, why did he sign with, besides a $100 million shoe deal? What's the point of signing with them if they're not going to utilize you? Hoop jargon, what is your opinion on this topic, my brother?
Well, I always try to get an introspective approach on any and everything I comment on. So I'm always looking at the optics. I'm looking at precedences that's been set before him. And that's how I try to view things. I never try to think emotionally. I always try to think pragmatically. So with that being said, I'm like in between where Rev and Ball Facts is at. Because Rev is right, man. In my era, LeBron James came out with those shoes that I think he designed it like to be after a Hummer. He had them things ready to go game one, you know what I'm saying, his rookie year. So I'm used to seeing that kind of approach from that type of profile athlete. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm looking at, okay, you can say it, on a lower scale, but Lonzo had his things ready to go. Preseason, now the prototypes did fail. All the media ran with that shit, which was false information. That's actually why I joined Ball Facts channel so early, because he was one of the first people to report the situation correctly. So with that being said, he had shoes ready. He had shoes on deck. LaMelo Ball has had his own shoes since 16 already, right? So I don't understand the slow rollout, because you look at other guys on the roster for Puma, but you got my man DeAndre Ayton. You have who was on the Puma
Kyle
roster?
Kuzma done had a commercial.
Yeah. And Kyle Kuzma, this is his second shoe deal, because he started out with GOAT, which is like an independent company. Like, so this is not like, here's the thing, man. When you've already been a part of something, it lowers your brand your brand marketability, right? So Kyle Kuzma is a guy, he's a second chance guy on the label. So you can't sit here and tell me Kyle Kuzma got the same profile as LaMelo Ball, man. I'm not going for that. Sorry. Now, did he have a higher NBA profile? Yes, but his marketability, not even close. Not even close. So I'm not trying to hear that. DeAndre Ayton, at the end of the day, it sucks. He's a big man. Nobody's buying big man shoes. Can we all agree about that?
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So LaMelo Ball plays the perfect position at point guard. He already has the profile. So I just don't understand the stagnation. Now, I understand their strategy. Like, and I got to warm take Walter back in the building. You got to understand, these big companies got these strategy boards about when they're going to release what based on what, profitability is, yada, yada, blase, blase. And these are years out, they project shit. So I understand that. But at the end of the day, when you got an organic guy like LaMelo Ball who has the ability to come in as a ready-made product, I just don't understand why they fumble the bag and they're taking so long to release his stuff. Like you say, with the mask, weak sauce. With the shirts he had out, weak sauce. Man, I can put a shirt out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Hoop jargon, new media. I can put them shits out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I really would, I hope that they have a stronger plan in place than what they've been rolling out. Because, I'm going to just keep it a beam. It's not strong enough, especially for a profile with a kid coming into, the league with 5 million plus followers on all major platforms, man. That just ain't good enough for me. That's my opinion.
DJ, You mind if I
What's
take him to the barbecue real quick?
Flame on, bro. Put the ribs on the grill, my brother.
Hey, y'all go ahead and put them fire emojis in the comment section, man. Let's light these boys up. Let's put them on the barbecue fit. First off, James Wiseman just had another nervous breakdown on the sideline, hitting coolers and shit. If Melo would have did that, we would have never heard the end of it. This boy is a problem psychologically. I keep telling y'all that. He's on the wrong team. It's the wrong fit. It does not fit. He's mad because he's coming out the game. It is what it is. I just wanted to tell y'all. I told y'all so early, so 5 years later, y'all can look back. All right, back to what we talking about. Let's put Puma itself, or as DKM would say, Puma. Let's put them on the grill right now. Forget LaMelo Ball. Forget Kyle Kuzma. Forget DeAndre Ayton. You go to their Twitter account. Their social media presence is weak sauce, as my guy Hoop Jargon would say. Bro, they reposted Melo's triple-double. I could not believe it. They had like 2 likes and 20 reposts. How, Sway? How, Sway? Make it make sense. How the hell are you $1 million corporation, maybe $1 billion corporation, and you only getting 2 likes, bro? That don't have nothing to do with Melo. That don't have nothing to do with your rollout. They ain't got nothing to do with your plan. You just suck because you're a dinosaur. These companies are dinosaurs. Same thing happened in the music industry. And I know a little bit about the music industry. Same thing happened. They were trying to slow walk these young kids like Kodak Black, XXX Tentacion, Juice WRLD, all of these guys that come in the business without record deals. But these same companies, I don't want to name nobody company because I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but you know, these majors, they were trying to slow walk these kids. These kids had hustle in their blood though. They knew how to use Macs. They knew how to use laptops. So they said, okay, forget this. We just going to skip y'all over and use SoundCloud to market our own stuff. So these guys ended up blowing up to the point they had to start laying off so many employees. I know this for a fact from major record labels because their model had died out. This is what LaVar Ball was attempting to do with Triple B. He was ahead of the curve. It's no need really in an age of self-promotion and self-marketing where everyone on earth has a commercial, which is Instagram. Your Instagram is a commercial. So it's not really needed other than for distribution. It's not really needed for these major companies. Puma is dropping a bag because they're Puma. That's why they dropping the bag. You know what I mean? And I agree with the brother Ball Facts. Look, y'all can call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever you want to call me. Bro, all of the moves with the Ball family, period, look suspect, bro. It looks like someone has a major agenda to destroy the family, destroy the name, and destroy the brand. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. And I really like that. DJ, who came up with that new media? Who hashtagged that?
I came up with this is the true honest speak of it. I came up with the word new media, just saying it, but somebody else gave me the idea to use the hashtag different.
Oh yeah, that's yours. That's fire. Because the reason my first 3 videos on YouTube, when I wasn't even trying to be a YouTuber or none of that, it was literally, I didn't have the word, but that was what was in my heart, new media. I got into a couple of conversations with somebody and they were telling me how bad LaVar Ball was. And he this, he that. And basically it was a recycle of First Take, you know what I mean? And Skip Bayless. And it was just recycled garbage. And I said, this is all from the media. Everybody's just taking all their information. And I can't tell you how many times people have hit me up and told me, like, you made me see a new side of LaVar. And it's all I want to do is present to you the whole truth. Yes, LaVar says some off the wall things, and that's all they're going to report to you. But are they going to tell you that this man, you know, is a family man, was from the ghetto, made it out in sports? Supposedly he's just horrible. He wasn't a good athlete. He had enough money to start his own business, to buy his house outside of the hood. Did you know this? Did you know how he dedicated himself to his children instead of following his own dream? Did you understand how he took care of his wife when this was going on? They're like, I ain't know none of that. And that's why even the videos that I make right now, I'll make a video and it'll be about LaMelo Ball scoring 20 points or whatever. But during the drop, I'll say something about Triple B's. I'll say something about LaVar to keep him relevant, because I understand that I am a part of the new media, and they want you to forget about their family. They want you to forget about LaVar. But if you tune into Ball Facts, you think you're being entertained, but there's something in this pill that I'm giving you, and I'm never going to let it go, because this is the reason why I started my YouTube channel, so that you can see it all, so that they don't get away from the dynamics that we all see that made us fall in love with the Ball family. It ain't just about the basketball. Anybody can hoop. It's the whole dynamic of three brothers raised by a father that was in the home, coming up together, all of it. So I just wanted to say that new media that you hashtagging, that's fire, bro.
Thank you, Ball Facts, man. That means a lot. And when I made new media, I told these brothers here on this panel, it's not just my channel. It's everyone that represents this type of media, new media, real truth, real storytelling, nothing exaggerated. See, the athletes today are being ridiculed. Their character is being assassinated, and old media is getting away with it. ESPN, Fox Sports 1, Bubba Gump, Shannon Sharp, old ass Skip Bayless, and Screaming A. Smith, the usual suspects. They get away with this type of crap. So when I hear brothers like you, Ball Facts, who rectify the wrongs of old media, it brings a sense of hope. So this is why it's important for all of us to do our job and to always represent truth, because the truth is what sets all of us free. And I see everybody hashtagging new media, man. And Ball Facts, if you want to represent that hashtag in your videos, you're more than welcome. You've earned it. You've always been about truth. You've always been about respected journalism. And I'm proud to call you a brother in this thing. Also, I looked at Kyle Kuzma's shoe stats. He has a shoe, the Pro Kuzmas. They're white and brown, light brown on the sole part. His shoes cost $150. Now, Kyle Kuzma is a backup, and he has his own shoe. He's a role player for the Lakers. LaMelo Ball is a backup because of politics of the Hornets and James Borrego lovey-dovey with his twins and fake Pop Smoke Devontae Graham. So he's dealing with some shines who are not giving him the rightful playing time. So if Kyle Kuzma can have his own shoe, why not LaMelo Ball? Yes, I know he's been there for years in the NBA. But Kyle Kuzma is not an all-star. He's not a fringe all-star. He's not a superstar. So we're not trying to be conspiracy theorists, but this don't make no damn sense.
You know, whenever LaMelo signed with Puma, I don't go live that much anymore. I went live and I had me something to drink. I had some cognac and I was playing some beats, and people told me, man, you messing up your brand. You know, that's not family friendly. What you doing, Ball Facts? Bro, that I didn't really say nothing, but I'm like, I congratulated LaMelo, but that kind of hurt me to my soul, because it's not all, you know, we watch them on TV, we watch them on the NBA, their show and things like that. But when people open up their world to you, it's because they want to let you in to some of it. And then when you understand what this family champions for the rest of the common man, you got to be rooting for him, you know, unless you're just not in tune. So when he, you know, signed with Puma, I felt disappointed. You know what I mean? I couldn't do no regular video. I smiled my way through it, but I was disappointed genuinely.
Yeah, that's a heavy statement, man. I think I remember seeing that live, and I knew you weren't going to be like, I knew you weren't going to be happy about it. You know what I'm saying? And man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, man, I'm to the point. I want to say something, and I don't want to put anybody on too high alert, but this is just from my perspective. I feel like this is one of the most pivotal years for the Ball family as a whole. when history is written and everything is done, this is a critical year. Pretty much a contract year coming up for Lonzo. Melo is being, underutilized. I mean, he's on the Charlotte Hornets, bro. He's being underutilized. LiAngelo, not being given the opportunities that he's due. I've seen the videos about how, it was a shortened roster for the G League and, blah, 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 blah. But it just seems that every turn, LiAngelo is getting screwed over as well. Now, look, man, I remember one of the sayings I used to say when I got to this country was, if it walked like a duck and talked like a duck, it's a duck. You know what I'm saying? And that means when something is obvious, you can't keep ignoring it. It's a pivotal year, man. It's a pivotal year. I want to see more from Puma. I really do. I want to get answers because a lot of people are asking questions about LaMelo's jersey. Yes, I know some sites is sold out on, but even the rollout for the jerseys has been, it's been weird, man. Everything has been weird. From, like I always say, the post-draft interview. I was watching it live on ESPN. James Wiseman got his interview. Anthony Edwards got his interview. When it was time for Melo's interview, somehow, some way, they're having technical difficulties. They never rescheduled it for later in the program. You know what I'm saying? And I personally feel like they did that because LaVar was sitting right there. I mean, come on, man. I'm not believing any of that, technical difficulties bullshit. Because anybody who's worked in media or in television knows that, okay, we can go to this interview and then we can come back to this other interview once we get this fixed. But, so I think it's a critical, pivotal year. And I'm going to say it straight up. I am super disappointed in the rollout from Puma.
Sheesh, man. Brothers are amped today, man. Comment section. Let me read some of these comments. Shout out to IVD Press. Subscribe to that brother's channel. He said, peace, brothers. Thank you, my brother. Jason Zimmerman said, LaVar told him about ownership to a point of them not being able to drop merch when they wanted to. Yes, LaVar did talk about that. You can hate LaVar all you want, but he said, hey, they could give you all that money in the world, but if they don't drop your merch or your shoes, you belong to them. And so far, he's been kind of right. Not even kind of right. He's been right on that. That's just the tall tale of the shoe companies. When you're signed to them, they treat you like a prostitute. They'll give you that money like they did to LaMelo Ball, and he belongs to Puma until his contract is up. That's why you got to create your own. It's tough to create your own. It's never easy, but it's not meant to be easy. So Puma knew what they were doing. They knew all they had to do was give him a fancy jet in the bag, and they would get a contract from LaMelo. But I wonder if LaMelo's in his long time thinking about, man, I probably could have just stayed with the family and just see what would happen. If LaMelo Ball would have sold his MB1s right now, y'all know people would have bought that. And BBB actually reduced their shoe sales. So they definitely would have bought LaMelo's shoes. Just a thought.
Yeah, especially with the year he's having. Hell yeah, them shoes would be fun. Look, bro, do a Twitter search for his jersey, man. People are up in arms because they can't get the man jersey. If he still had those MB1s from the Big Baller brand, bro, them shoes would be flying off the rack, man.
They're trying to treat him like a regular rookie. I said this in one of my videos, but why aren't more of his games on TNT, ESPN? Why? Like, the thing that's making him special is people like us, people like me. Like, we are still putting out extra LaMelo content, but he's not on the Ball in the Family show. ESPN is not bragging on him. It's literally the new media, the fans, that you can look up LaMelo and still see thousands of views, and it's not just on the official sites or whatever. but they're trying to treat him like, you know, he's just a regular rookie. But of course, you know, the world, we not having none of that. So whether it's Twitter, IG, YouTube, you gonna look them up and be like, this dude ain't no regular rookie. Why is he getting all this coverage and attention? And that's because the world is thirsty for it. It wouldn't be no need for a ball facts if the world wasn't thirsty for the type of coverage on this family that we given. You know, they just try to glaze over it. You gonna tell me out of the whole draft, only one person had technical difficulties, like my brother said? Only one? And that's LaMelo Ball. I don't buy it.
It is though, man. It's an attack on the patriarchy, man, and you're gonna consistently see it every time, man. Richard Williams, get the baseball player. His father called it Archie Manning a little bit, you know, when Eli was kind
Barry
of
Bonds.
You know what I mean? It's gonna keep happening. So that's just how it goes. I mean, I say this all the time, but it's such a cogent, you know what I mean, analogy. It's like, what if LaVar Ball was Lavonda Ball? And she was a single mother pitching her kids, man, it would be the most glorified story ever told. And y'all know I ain't lying. Look how KD mama is revered. Look how Donovan McNabb mama was revered when she had them chunky chicken commercials back in the Gap. And look at like how Draymond, I'm sorry, I said Draymond, KD, yeah. So look how those mamas are revered. Oh, you did such a great job. Let me step back. And I'm not trying to slander this woman, but look at how Gloria James don't get drugged through the mud. Like, if you look her
Talk
story
that talk.
up, man, come on, man. Look her story up. The fact that LeBron James got to where he at right now is a goddamn miracle. Look at the shit he went through as a kid, man. And I'm not gonna, slander that sister, but look her story up. It is a excuse my, it's a motherfucking miracle that LeBron James turned out how he turned out. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So so let's flip that and let's talk about how LaVar is. You feel me? Like, this dude has been with one woman his whole life. This dude has played professional, football. I get it, practice squad, but if y'all don't understand, that shit hard as fuck to make a practice squad, man. Like, that's not like nothing to scoff at. This dude done played in the Pac-10. He done played Division I basketball from South Central California. Family tight-knit, done raised 3 boys, 2 of which who are top 3 picks in the NBA. Another guy who's going to be a fringe NBA player. At some point, D'Angelo going to get in. And you still want to marginalize him like he don't know what he's doing and he don't know what he's talking about. Now, I get it. He get a little sideways. That's his approach. He likes to overstate. It's called hyperbole. That's how that's the space he navigated in. Now, shout out to AB the hero. AB say he like that all the time. And I'm not doubting that. I just think that's the way he rolled. Like, he's that uncle that we all know. They're going to talk shit every time he's going to pull up with that bottle of Crown in his hand, and he going to tell you how he feel. That's going to be LaVar. So for whatever reason, they paint that to be like a enemy of the state. You know what I mean? And so it's a cold red on his kids, whether they, y'all understand that or not, which most of us people in here understand that. So I'm not trying to say y'all oblivious to that, but I mean, it's obvious. Like, I mean, how else can you shake it out? And the funny thing is, now it's so that the talent of the kids is so undeniable. It's like they got no choice but to kind of big the kids up now. It's hilarious to see the backpedal, man. And that's why I was on Woody Page ass, and I shared that, in the group not too long ago, man. I was on Woody Page ass because he talked that shit about LaMelo career was over at 16. Man, get your old ass the fuck out of here, man. You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. That dude's a 5-star kid. You say his career's over because they took him off the rating board because he went overseas. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop cheating on somebody else's paper and just evaluate what you see. Stop doing that. In the media game, it's a bunch of nerds, dog. These dudes who, on their own merit, could not step out and do what we doing. They couldn't just leave them big companies and just put information out and people rock with what they spitting because they are part of a whole. They're part of a conglomerate, this big monster that is ESPN, that is FS1. If they step out and did their own, nobody be checking for their shit. And that's just the fact of the matter. So that's why we're going to have our own conglomerate, man. You know what I'm saying? Come to Death Row. Come to New Media. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Let's get down and lay down. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want them all in your videos.
You know what I'm saying?
If you want to go to a media team that's not all in the cameras, all in the ESPN entries, dancing, come to New Media.
Facts. Yo, I want to add to what my brother Hoop Jargon was saying, man. It's not just patriarchs. It's black patriarchs. black fathers.
Speak.
Because I remember bum ass. I'm a New Yorker originally, Flatbush, Brooklyn. I remember bum ass Eli Manning, man. Eli Manning was a fully developed bum for a lot of years, man. In his career, he was a bum. I think he has the most interceptions in history. He had 2 good games against the Giants. But they treat Archie Manning like he is the Jesus Christ of football. Have y'all ever looked up Archie Manning's record with the New Orleans Saints? Trash. You see what I'm saying? But they treat him with so much respect for having these 2 sons that made it to the NFL and having another son that has this tragic story, how he couldn't make it to the league. They do this with black patriarchs, man. Like coming on this earth. Let me tell you some real.
Speak.
I call it the Joe Jackson syndrome. It's the Joe Jackson syndrome. Joe Jackson creates one of the greatest groups of all time and arguably the greatest performer of all time. And the only time you hear about this man is in vitriol. Like he's the only father that had hard disciplinary tactics. This is the game they're running with LaVar Ball. And that's why, you know what I'm saying? Even though I understand that my brother Hoop Jargon and other brothers do have a lot of understanding and intelligence and experience when it comes to this hoop game, we also do agree on the fact that there's a level of blackballing going on. Hoop Jargon said by game 20, and y'all hold us to this, by game 20, if LaMelo is not starting, then it's time to get the pitchforks and the signs. Well, y'all need to start getting the pitchforks and the signs, bruh. Because anybody with eyes can see. Look, I'm here in Atlanta. I'm watching the game today. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Atlanta Hawks. Boy, Anthony Edwards played like trash again. Still getting more minutes. Still getting more situational basketball minutes. If James Wiseman could stay on the floor and not foul out, he would be getting more minutes. Patrick Williams, the number 4 draft pick, already starts. LaMelo is out playing. Like when you look at it on your TV, LaMelo doesn't even look like a rookie. He's playing better than the entire rookie class, and his minutes are actually going down. Now, you can't tell me that all of these pieces are falling into place where the kid's not getting his shoe deal marketed the way it should be. The kid's not getting the notoriety that he deserves. And when he does get notoriety on a write-up, like me and DJ were talking about, that write-up about the Rookie of the Year on NBA.com, instead of talking about LaMelo at number 1, they got him posted as number 1, but they say on the next ranking with James Wiseman, but James Wiseman will be the better player, and he might already be the better player right now. And if you ask Charlotte which player they would rather want, they would want James Wiseman because James Wiseman is going to be better than him. What kind of credit is that? So, you know what I'm saying? We're in a war for information. We're in a war for the minds of the people. But we trying to give truth to the people. We're not over here trying to create narratives. I saw somebody mention my brother, Boxing Ego. Like, I know Boxing Ego. I talk to Boxing Ego. You know what I'm saying? He's a part of it as well. And media, Boxing Ego has said several times that the same thing that's going on in boxing is the same thing going on in basketball. The same thing that's going on in entertainment, where they're always trying to paint the black patriarch as a villain. One more point I'm going to make, and I'm going to pass it to one of these brothers. Something that stood out to me on the draft that really disgusts me. Whenever it's a young African-American male being interviewed, and both his father and his mother is there, the announcer automatically goes to his mother. They go from the draftee to the mother, and sometimes the father don't even get to say anything. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous, but that's a part of the narrative and the brainwashing they're trying to spin into our heads, which is black parenting as far as fatherhood is problematic.
Hey, Rev, let me say this before somebody jump in, man. That's a very, very great point. And they pushing it hard. You know, we are guilty of the same shit, and here's what I mean. You know that Michelle Obama called herself a single black mother? Are y'all aware she said that in the interview? Because she's saying how Barack is so busy and she got to, raise the 2 kids. And, she was like, I'm basically a single black mother.
Wow.
So what does that mean? That means she is trying to identify with that
archetype that they're trying to push down, that matriarch in the black household, to keep perpetuating that. How are you a married woman to the most powerful man in the nation? She said this as he was president, right? You a single black mother, you identify. So that means you in code are trying to push that same message down to people who revere your family, because these same women want this power couple that Barack and Michelle represent. But in that same space, they still want to embrace that single black mother thing, and that is very much intended. You know what I mean? And so you got to watch that shit, and you got to be astute, because if your head not on a swivel, you'll start eating that shit up, and it's crazy. Second point I want to make, and I'll pass it back, is not only that, the other thing that they pushing is you going against the establishment. So LaVar Ball had the audacity to make his own league, right? JBA. Everybody was laughing, right? Y'all saw the numbers. All them streams was doing over 300K views, all of them,
Facts.
consistently. And what did they focus on when they reported what was going on? Y'all remember? Nobody was in the stands.
Right.
Mhm.
That's all they focused on, that nobody was in the stands. Ignoring the fact that and y'all look this shit up on y'all own. Go to JBA's Facebook page. Every game, 300K plus streams. And this was in moments, so I'm sure they're like higher than that now. But that's the shit they do, though. So when you go against, so you got to think about, LaVar Ball was taking the food out of a lot of people's plates. So basically, he told cats who like Jalen, what's my man? Jalen, he went to the G League program. What's his name? Jalen Edwards?
Hands.
Hands? Yeah, I forget his name. So he went to that bitch. LaMelo went overseas. My man who played for the Denver Nuggets went overseas to as well to Australia, right? So you basically took the middleman out, which is the NCAA. Y'all got to understand, the NCAA is in cahoots with the NBA. That's why they got these one and done rules and shit, because that's like, oh, hold on, one hand got feed the another. So LaVar basically elevated the consciousness of a lot of people. Like, you don't have to go through that paradigm. You can go bounce here. If you're good enough, guess what? You're gonna land in the NBA. So you got to understand, it's two different beasts they trying to slay with LaVar, and that's why they try to marginalize him and put him where he at, because he taking money out of people's pockets. Y'all got to understand this. The NCAA is a multi-billion-dollar business over athletes that don't get paid. So y'all got to peep game on all things. And these same programs, and I made a video about this when I first started my YouTube thing, these programs report themselves having a loss, meaning that these programs, they say they don't make a profit. And that's bullshit, as we all know it. That's bullshit. All them advertisements, watch the NCAA basketball, football game. All them damn advertisements, you tell me your program breaking even every year. You can pay Nick Saban millions of dollars every year. You can pay Coach K millions of dollars, but your program breaking even? Come on, man. Stop playing. So you got to understand, both of those monsters are getting slayed when they go with LaVar like they do.
Yeah.
Jalen Green. Yeah, that's who it was. Jalen Green.
Yeah, Jalen Green. And we're going to let Ball Facts cook, because I know he about to have a lot to say.
Yeah, man. I want to refer to, my brother brought up Joe Jackson. I seen Joe Jackson in the hood for real. And everybody, if you watch the movie, you hear what the news say, he's the villain, like they say. This man was getting so much love in the hood, you would have thought he was Michael Jackson. And that's the same thing that LaVar says, like, I'm the boogeyman on ESPN. When I'm in person, everybody's like, he's a nice guy. You got to watch these narratives. And I tried to tell people this about LiAngelo when it was time for him to get drafted. Everybody said, Ball Facts, you making excuses. I said, are you serious? You don't think that the family of a player who can threaten their establishment, which is their money? We're not even just talking about NCAA. We're talking about Nike, Adidas. I mean, just coming in and saying, I will take you on and I have the guns to do it. Somebody knock on your door and it's a weak little boy and you ain't going to care if he's threatening you. You open the door, you see some dude with some guns. You're like, okay, we got a problem. And that's what LaVar was. And his sons were the ammunition. Now, what happened whenever some lady on CNN said to LeBron, shut up and dribble? Oh my gosh, the NBA, ESPN, they went crazy. She was racist. He shouldn't shut up and dribble. Why? Because LeBron is saying everything the NBA wants. He's singing to their tune. But what happened when ESPN told LaVar, shut up and just go train your sons. Just shut up and be a father. What's the difference? That's because he's saying something that's going to take money out of y'all pockets and put it into the lower and middle class so we can all rise up. So now we see what the main scheme is. If you take these players, yeah, we're going to make them slaves. They'll be higher paid slaves, but in return, we keep everybody else slave minded. Everybody says, oh, why are you talking about slavery? LaMelo got $100 million, but what does that do to you? What kind of mindset does that give you? They stumped out Big Baller Brand in the media. That's what they're saying. And they just basically told a lot of kids subliminally that you doing something on your own won't work. It's never going to be good. It's a joke. So that's what we have to understand we're going up against. It's when it affects their money, when it affects the way they control us. And when I say us, I mean the people that's not the top 1% that's just balling out crazy. And so LaVar and his sons, they represent so much more. And that's what people don't understand. They say, oh, Ball Facts, you deriding the Ball family. I say, you don't understand. I started my channel to be the new media, to tell another side. It's about ownership. It's about family. It's about progression and building up. It's more than just sports. Sports is fun. It's entertainment. I get hype. I watch it and all that. But there's something underneath. There's an undertone. There's a current. Why do you think the NBA is still playing right now if the coronavirus is so bad, so big, and it's horrible? No, it's about that dollar. They're going to get out there and they're going to make it do what it do.
Powerful, my brother. Powerful. Shout out to Ball Facts. Most of you should be subscribed to this channel. If you're not, do it now. You're missing out. I'm going to say this, and if you're offended by this, then this may be you I'm talking to. Now, we're dealing with emasculation. A lot of young men grew up with their single mother telling them they ain't shit, or they're just like their daddy. They grow up with that. So when they grow up and get older, they're devoid of leadership, or they don't know how to be an adult. Look at the young brother, Kevin Porter. He needs help. He needs direction, and so many others. The crazy part about what the media does to LaVar Ball, here's a man who has a ruling class mentality, who, even though you may not agree with everything, he stands alone with his head held high, ready to take on all comers. So instead of bigging up LaVar Ball, a man, they would rather big up a single mother. Some of them, not all, are sleeping with coaches. I've heard stories of them sleeping with shoe executives and plenty of others. Not a peep. Sleeping with teammates. They kept that under wraps. And I'm not going to say the name, but Stephen A. Smith tried so hard not to bring it up on one of the shows. I think this is like 7 to 6 years ago. Then they had a topic of why this certain player left their hometown. Stephen A. Smith reiterated to Max, oh, we can't talk about that, man. If something happened, we can't. And we knew what he was talking about. He was talking about this certain player's mother. So instead of,
it's none of my business. You know how you say it's none of my business.
Yep, it's none of my business. See, this is the problem. Fathers are needed, man. The society today, they teach us that fathers ain't shit. They don't take care of their sons, but that's a lie. There's plenty of fathers who do their job. We have a father right now in LaVar Ball. Yes, he's loud. Yes, he's very confident. But he takes care of his wife who has a stroke. He takes care of his factory workers. Did you know in a pandemic, he guaranteed a salary to them? Despite the pandemic and everybody losing numbers, he helped his employees see another day. ESPN and others did not talk about it. You know why? Because it's an agenda. Welcome to the old media matrix. And the only way you can get out of that, if you take this red new media pill. The choice is yours. You know, you could be in La La Land and see the crap going on, or you could just see the real.
DJ, can I make a request?
Like I said, the choice is yours. Yes, my brother.
DJ, can I make a request? Yeah, man. So I love this discussion, man, when we cipher and brothers put our minds together, because it's so much fuckery afoot. You know, I want you to make a reaction video to a video I saw today, bro. It's a cat, a black brother. His name is O'Shea Jackson. And he's like a prime YouTuber. He had a video about LaMelo, and like a lot of brothers eat this content up. Now, I would say people was flaming his ass in the comments, but he has a lot of influence, and he was just talking about how like some internet thought was trying to expose LaMelo, and he was just talking about how trash LaMelo was and what it is. And I'm gonna send this to you. You know, it just popped in my mind.
Simple nigga.
Slander, huh?
Simple nigga. My bad. Simple.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I saw that shit. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me, man? I want you to see it, bro. And DJ, I want you to react to it. And if the fans want to see you react to it, you know what I'm saying? Or if the panel want to react to it, I think that's something we should set up, because that kind of shit get pushed from brothers too. So you know what I mean? I don't want to get so caught up in, you know, putting the red herring where it don't belong sometimes, because there's a lot of brothers. I told y'all, my cat who I know plays for the NBA. Everything he put out is anti-ball. You know what I'm saying? And then your boy Food Stamp TV put that shit out too. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta, you know, I really want you to react to it, bro. So I gotta get that out while I thought about it before I forget about it, because my mind be everywhere. Because it's a lot of bullshit coming from a lot of different factions, man.
I hate to go Dr. Umar on the channel, but I feel like I might have to go Dr. Umar. I might have to get my red fish, blue fish on real quick. For y'all that remember Don't Be a Menace in South Central, that's the reference. See, when you're dealing with people like EBT TV, Coupon TV, and guys like, are you talking about O'Shea Jackson, like Ice Cube son, or just a YouTuber?
Nah. His name is no, I'm not talking about O'Shea. No.
O'Shea Jackson.
Another cat, black dude. With
Okay,
strong profile.
See, and this is why I be coming so hard on here. Like, this is why I'm so fiery, because, like I said, my thing is really to retrain and recondition the minds. You know what I'm saying? And free people to think the way that they want to think. The PC generation is one of the worst things that ever happened to Earth, because he who controls the PC controls the people. You know what I'm saying? So to make this quick, when you're dealing with guys like that, they are just regurgitating what they've heard the mainstream say. A dude only does stuff like that if you hate yourself. You would only big up an Instagram, you know, clout chaser or thought. Come on, let's be real. If you yourself have issues as a man, you know what I'm saying? The people from our, you know, culture that hated on LaVar Ball, really, like DJ says, a lot of times they had daddy issues or father issues, or they're just so hateful that it's not them. And it's also like Samuel L. Jackson's character on Django. You know, who does he think he is to take on the establishment? Look at that on that nag. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does he think he is to take down the NCAA? Every time I see Charles Barkley talk about LaVar Ball, like, I swear to God, I see Samuel Jackson and Django. It's like Charles Barkley don't even be there no more. It literally be Samuel Jackson's character in Django, because there's so much hate. Malcolm X talked about this, since we remember Martin Luther King today. Malcolm X told us the difference between, you know, people that were in the house and people that were in the field. And a lot of these people have spent so much time within the system, they've assimilated to the system. That most of old media is the old system. So they feel like overprotecting the old system is going to get them ingratiated to the old media. But everything old got to die. Everything old got to die. So that's what I was talking about the other day when I was talking about these channels that build themselves the way the ESPN Sports Center is built. Oh, this is the way you do it. You talk about TRA, you talk about this, you talk about that. All they're doing is trying to copy the model that they see, and they will do anything to protect that model because they feel like that model is the winning team. But what DJ is showing us and what you brothers are showing us, it's another way to do it. It's a new way to do it. This is the winning team.
Facts.
Yeah, but I'll make a reaction video to him, Hoop Jargon. I'll light his ass up. We can put him on a barbecue.
And I just put that in the little private chat if y'all boys see that. O'Shea Duke Jackson's his name.
You already
Yeah.
know. My question to you, brothers, I want to go to you first, Ball Facts, and we can go around to DJ. What is the solution to this situation? What is the solution to the brand, Big Baller brand? What would you guys like to see happen? Everything that has happened has already happened. Going forward, situation with Melo and Charlotte and Lonzo in New Orleans and LiAngelo, what would you guys like to see from the Big Baller brand to start taking back some control, even though LaMelo's under contract?
Well, first is marketing. I understand something about marketing because everything is not always what it seems, is what it looks like. So whether you have a bad product or a good product, you got to get your marketing down pack, and you got to be able to compete with the big boys. And in today's market, I mean, you could run ads on YouTube and IG like nothing. Anybody can do it. So you right in everybody's face. For the Big Baller brand to succeed, I believe they need to step their marketing game up. I have countless ideas on fire commercials that they could do, even with LiAngelo not being out. I mean, people love an underdog. They love the story of overcoming. There's so much they can do. The energy that they put into their Facebook show, they got to put that into some marketing because their family is the product. There's some people that just like, you love their personality. They have a whole dynamic. You can't write the Ball family story. Every character, even though it's a real person, it's like they wrote a script for this family. You got the people that's going the highs, the lows, the wild one, the quiet one, the success, the destruction. I mean, everything. So they just got to market it better. They just need some better commercials, this and that. But because they still selling the Melo stuff, home videos of LaMelo being young, they could use in marketing. But I don't want to get in too much to that because then I'll just go through a whole bunch of ideas. But after that, we're going to need Lonzo to be healthy. We're going to need him to come out and do what he can do. LiAngelo, that I'm going to say that for another day. I got some things in the works with LiAngelo, and I don't really want to touch Jello's story until I really bring out all the facts and put it in a clear cut video and distribute that. But LaMelo, he can't do much other than maximize whatever he can do in the minutes that they give him. Puma's not going to put him out. You know what I'm saying? The media is not going to put him out. All he can do is play as well as he can, stay on top of those leaderboards where he forces their hand to, you cannot not mention LaMelo's name in the conversation on ESPN. So that's all they got to do. Play well is half of it. Like I tell people, half the video is your thumbnail. So Big Baller brand, they got to step their marketing game up. And then, of course, they got to perform.
Excellent take by Ball Facts, man. I mean, they got to step their game up. We're saying this out of love for BBB. What everybody else is doing at the high level, they got to maximize it by 10. This is guerrilla warfare. And this is what BBB has to do to really put their foot in the ground. They're already taking care of the customer service. Customer service has been fantastic so far. And of course, the media won't talk about that. We know why. But they have to market it better. There's so many storylines they can use for LaMelo Ball, LiAngelo, and so forth. They just got to see what's out there. And I'll go a step ahead. If I'm LaVar Ball, and you see how these content creators are promoting the Ball family really well, I'll hit up a Ball Facts or a DKM or many others. And if they do that, they're going to do some numbers. Now, I'm not saying it because I'm cool with Ball Facts. I'm saying it as a man with common sense. You got to use what's around you to get the best quality. Today's America, the times we live in, everything is controlled on the web. Everybody's on their phones more often. They're on the tablets. So if you take over the media and how it's being told, then you make way. You can never overtake old media. You can slow old media, but old media is like the mob. Even when you put a ditch on the old media, which is the mob, they're still there. But what you can do is be around some go-getters. You can make some shit work.
Hoop
DJ,
Jargon,
can,
what
can,
you
can I
think,
speak
brother?
real quick in the chat?
Yeah.
Homeboy said, "Fuck Lonzo, he's a bum." Man, dog, listen, man. Y'all gotta cut this bullshit out, man. Do you know what a bum is in the NBA? A bum is a dude you can't play. A bum is a dude who can't get on the court. A bum is a dude you can't use. So you'll call Lonzo Ball a bum. Lonzo Ball's putting up what? All my statisticians out there. What are you putting up this year? Somebody help me real quick.
I think like 12, 4 and
12,
5.
4, and 4. Dog, that is a healthy starter in the NBA at point guard position. So the same motherfuckers who say that won't say that about Frank Catalina. They won't say it about Dennis Smith Jr., who's drafting the same draft. Like, y'all gotta cut this shit out, man. Just because he's not as flashy as LaMelo doesn't make somebody a bum. Like, I don't think y'all know how this shit shakes out. So it's funny to see y'all push it like that, but that's not even what I want to comment on. I saw that. I think it's incumbent upon us. How they say, opportunity comes for those who ask. I think it's up to us to reach out to LaVar, because you gotta understand LaVar's an older cat. He learned this shit on the fly. Chris Rivers is his ace. He an older guy too, and I forget the other gentleman name. Who's the third guy? The Caucasian brother. What's his name? Anybody got it for me? Anyway,
I'm
the
trying to
brain
think
trust
of
is
it.
big baller. What we say, bro?
I was trying to think of the name. I couldn't think of it, brother.
Yeah, I think of Chris Rivers like reflexively. I can't think of the third brother, but anywho, these are older guys, so I think it's incumbent on us to reach out. So we could, because they got a lot of covers, bases covered, but some they may be overlooking. So I think that's where opportunity, where new media gonna step in and kick that door down, and that opportunity gonna be there, and we're gonna be the plug all the way. So I think that's something we should look forward to doing, man, because there's so much opportunity to do it, because we view it in a way that they're not looking at it as, and there's so much potential out there. So I would challenge us, everybody on this panel, to make a concerted effort to do that. Let me say that.
I agree with that take 100%, brother. And like you said, I'm going through the comment section, the chat section. Lonzo disappointed us all. Look, bro, hey, who was that? Was that Jay-Z or Biggie that was like, yo, you weren't with me shooting in the gym? Was you in the gym when Lonzo taking them shots, player? How the hell he disappoints you, man? Come on,
Thank
man.
you.
This isn't Alonzo roasting hour, y'all. We building. We got the brother Ball Facts in the building. We got DJ in here. We got new media in here. We got Hoop Jargon. This is the best panel on YouTube tonight. You ain't getting this nowhere else. So let's stay positive and let's discuss solutions and let's be solution based. And one of the solutions right now is to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the
Yes, sir.
subscribe to Ball Facts, subscribe to Hoop Jargon, continue the conversation because it is needed. I agree with Ball Facts. I agree with DJ. I do think that the marketing could be better, and I'm not saying that in criticizing, because hell, I got things going on in my life that I know I can market better. Sometimes people just need, like the brother Joseph Abrams was saying, they need the grassroots to really support them. And let's just be honest, man. Let's just be honest. And this is about to be a controversial statement, but I'm gonna say it with my chest out.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? The African American community fell to Ball brothers.
Ooh.
They fell to Big Baller Brand. Absolutely. Absolutely. LaVar was looking for more support from his own people. You know what I mean? Because I find it funny. I'm about to really say something. I find it funny how everybody had jokes about
the Big Baller brand and the amount of money they were charging for the shoes and the amount of money they were charging for their clothing. But at the same time, you'll let Gucci call you a straight N-word and you'll still buy that high-ass stuff.
Well,
I'm gonna just speak the real, you know what I mean? And what happened was when that situation came out with LaVar Ball and his sons having their own shoes and their own brand, what I was hoping to see, the mid-level athletes in the NBA and the NFL that didn't have a shoe deal, why not? Why not support the brother? Why not support the brand? Now, it was a few brothers that did buy the shoes. And it was a few brothers that did support, but not enough. Not enough. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough support from the community. Old media was playing it like it was some bootleg material, bootleg clothing, and people just ran with the narrative. People just ran with the narrative. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that supported Big Baller Brand, you know, my thankfulness goes out to you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about these professional athletes, these entertainers, these influencers from our community. I don't think we did a good job. Now, I know there was some talk at one point in time, the Migos or Quavo was supposed to be doing some business with them, but it never really materialized into anything. But when these situations come up with these brothers like Wallow 267 or Ball Facts or DJ or Hoop Jargon or whatever business or brand that you guys see or listen to or get your entertainment from, be more willing to go out there and purchase from them than a Gucci. Support them. You know what I'm saying? And once we make it cool to support these things in our community, once we make it cool to make Big Baller Brand Gucci or the clothing line that Melo got, the luxury clothing line, I think it's LaFranc, like supporting something like that instead of supporting what they tell you to support. That's being a part of new media as well. It's not just listening to the YouTube. It's not just supporting the podcast. No, it's actually putting your dollars in the community. And Draymond Green just traveled and they didn't call. I yield the floor.
Hey, I'm not going to take up the time, but my phone finna die. So I just want to say I appreciate you, DJ, Revolution Radio, Hoop Jargon. You know, subscribe to all these guys' channels. And thanks for having me on here, bro. I'm about to get out of here. But it was a joy and a pleasure. Interesting conversation, engaging conversation, fiery, the cookout. I mean, we got ribs on the grill. It's been real.
Man, thank you for joining the show, my brother Ball Facts. And those who are listening, subscribe to Ball Facts if you haven't, like all his videos. Also, buy his merch. If you want to represent new media, we support black business. So we support his black business.
That's right.
Oh yeah, and when the corona is over, man, I got some stuff coming up. I'm about to get a Ball Facts tournament. I got a sponsored player. I'm about to do one more. We about to take it to the next level. Just as long as we get rid of this virus stuff. But stay tuned.
Y'all heard the man. Stay tuned, man. Big things from Ball Facts.
Peace.
No doubt. But this is the type of conversation. Everyone in the chat, don't you love real talk like this? Just raw truth that everyone needs. Just stating the obvious. What's going on? Nobody's sugarcoating anything. No one's having an agenda. These YouTube channels, this is what it needs to be. It's so damn scripted now. Everyone is not as real as they say they are. They're not being upfront with you guys. But tonight, we had the 18 of new media. This is the 18. Myself, Ball Facts, Rev, Hoop Jargon. And we almost had DKM if he wasn't busy. So
Crazy.
It's just the beginning, man. And there's one thing I want you all to do before you leave. I want y'all to look at it. Look at it closely. See, I wanted y'all to do that so y'all know how to.
That boy flexing, boy.
Yeah, man.
Boy, DJ.
What's up, man? I'm telling you. And for those who haven't, make sure you subscribe to Hoop Jargon's YouTube channel. Let's get this man monetized.
Yes, sir.
Because when he gets monetized, it's over. Over.
Over. And DJ, can I say this before we sign out?
Yes, sir, my
I
brother.
saw in the comments somebody say, recycle black money for what? So it go to waste. I'm straight. And I'm here to say this, man. And I'm not speaking for nobody else but myself. That bullshit mentality is why we lacking in so many spaces, man. Because you will go throw your money to Gucci because, bro, listen, diamonds are worthless unless you are willing to pay for it. Literally, they come from the same ilk as a cubic zirconia. But for what people deem something worthy to pay for, that's why you pay the premium. Gucci only is worth what it's worth because people are willing to pay it. So if you got that mentality, don't be surprised when we never get outside of the stasis that we are right now with that bullshit mentality right there. And I'm gonna leave it right there, man. That's it.
No doubt, man. Shout out to New Media, man. Shout out to IVD Press. Subscribe to him if you want to hear the latest news. He said, get those likes up. Amen, my brother. Thank you, Rev and Hoop Jargon, for joining the show. We will keep this thing going tomorrow. So stay tuned. You know what? I may have a morning show.
Yep.
I'll let y'all know. Is there anybody willing to listen to a morning show? Just let me know and I'll do it. But peace out. All praise to the Most High.